Good morning, YouTube. It's man on the George Page, aka the Emperor of WMA Talk. I'm about to say I had a little slip, but I got my correct. The Emperor of WMA Talk coming to you live on YouTube. Yeah, folks, I know I have not been on to my WMA as much, but I've been pretty busy. Have been quite a few interviews. I had interviews later this afternoon, but I have done some interviews with ladies in the mixed martial arts and combat sports world. Like last month, where I had interviews with both you know, Jessica Borgia, Brooke Gilly, who posted a fault at a, posted a fault, but, said, Jessica fought another opponent. And then Jimmy Driver, also a BKFC, not BKFC, another bare knuckle fighter, but from another organization. And just this week, I got to interview the champion, Britton Hart of 115 champion at BKFC. So yeah, I've been really busy with my interviews with women in combat sports. But anyway, I've been seeing this going around right now. I'm following my brother's CS Combat Sports, Combo Breaker 99, Combo Breaker. Much respect to him. He came through when I did my interview with Britain. And No Filter MMA, who keeps being on the hood of both Casey O'Neill and Jillian Robinson. I mean, get off the hood, BJ. And also shout out to WMA Addict. I'm a big fan of the guy. This fight's been a big talk about of I would say probably one of the top fights of the year for WMA. As you know, we are having the fight between Carla Esparza, the Cookie Monster, versus Magnum Weili Zhang. And this is a fight that has been on on the back burner for a bit. But it's a fight that I think a lot of people have been anticipating. It's supposed to happen. As you know, Zhang and Wally have been champions. If you remember, Zhang and Carla been champions. As you know, Carla was the first strawweight champion, and then Wally got the championship later on. And Carla has been in the game for quite a long time, being atomweight champion back in Invicta, then come up to the UFC, and then become the first champion. And Zhang has been on a tear for a long time. Over in other organizations, I think she fought over at one championship for a bit, and coming in, and then just off the goal, a string of good 2-3 wins, then taking on a title shot against the former champion Jessica Andrade. Now, as we all know, Zhang is very popular. Dana White and the UFC really wants to get that business with China. A while back they had to open up a facility in China, but then the pandemic hit, it got shut down. And Carla is not as popular as some like to be. I'm not a big fan of her as a fighter, but you know what? The perfect stage me says she is kind of cute. Yeah. But anyway, for that, these two women, this like I said again, this fight was inevitable. Being the champion, Carla, when she beat Rose, a lot of people were not very happy. Not very happy. And most definitely Dana White wasn't. So that's why they set this fight, because he wants Wally Zhang to be champion again, because he wants to get that Asian market, especially how popular mixed martial arts is in countries like Japan, China, Hong Kong, Singapore. I mean, it's very popular over there. And, he wants us to get in that market. And as I said again, these women are this is fights coming on. It's gonna happen tonight. And look at Dana got a big smile on his face. He's thinking you're gonna get yourself knocked out, Carla. He wants Carla to lose really bad, especially in a dominant performance by Zhang. She has to put on dominant performance with Carla. And as you know, I said again, it was like almost I think about 5-6 years ago when Carla became the first champion when she faced against um Rose Namajunas, Thug Rose, and she defeated her. And this was like after when they did the Tough season. This was for the title, and that's when the title debuted. And then next thing you know, she had a shot against Joanna Jacek, or we call her Bojanglecek, and she was just beat up bad in that fight. She got mollywopped, and Joanna became the champion and was a champion for a good while. I'm gonna say for at least 2 or 3 years before she lost the title. And she had to make some changes. She had to really work hard, get back in the gym, and try to make improvements because I think it was difficult for her. But she strung some couple of wins. But then after that, she took some bad losses, especially the split decision to Claudia Gadelha, which I still think Claudia didn't win that fight. I mean, it was just so close, but it was really. And then that same year, Zhang made a debut where she beat up Danielle Taylor, and then turned around And then after that loss to Claudia, I mean, Carla got whooped up by Tatiana Suarez. I mean, I saw that fight. It was a whooping. And then next thing Zhang defeats another up and comer, that is the time it's Tornado Torres. I like Tisha, great fighter, but that fight, it was just, Tisha just did her best, but Zhang was just tough. And then next thing Carla passed back up with a win over Roberta Jararoba and Alexa Grasso. Carla was, I think she was taking a little hard work from that. Alexa took, it was a tough loss for Alexa. And then, Zhang gets a title shot against then champion, then Jessica Andrade, and defeated her, putting her out in the first round. I mean, that is, tell you, Jessica Andrade's a tough girl to beat, but to knock her out, it was a shocker. And next she become the new strawweight champion. And Jessica beat Rose for that title by slamming her in her head, but she just knocked, Weili just knocked Jessica smooth the hell out. And after that, she had one of her toughest fights in her career was against Joanna Jędrzejczyk. It was a tough fight. I watched that fight. These women went pillar to post. And like I said, I think it was a split decision, and it was a favor for Weili Zhang. I just love this picture, like Joanna saying, like, there will be others. I know it's a hematoma. It's bad when you get one of these. It's awful. But like I said, it's just weird. Like I said, I'm not a fan of Joanna Jędrzejczyk, Bojangles, like we like to call her. And after that, Carla swings some more wings when she beats Michelle Waterson, who was a heavy favorite in this fight. And then she beats Marina Rodriguez, who's also, up and comer, very heavy favorite. But, hey, she was doing pretty good, stringing all these wins, And then, she put a dominant performance against Yan Xianan, Weili's fellow countrywoman from China. And, they had no choice. That 5 straight wins. She was on her way. They had no choice to give her a title shot. And then you had, Zhang got the chance to fight the former champion, Rose Namajunas, and she gets knocked out with a head kick. And I think it was devastating. She was in denial. She didn't think she lost that fight, but she did. He got knocked out. He got knocked the hell out. And then a few months later, her and Rose go have a rematch. And this fight went distance. Like with Rose's fight against Joanna, the second fight went the distance also. It seemed like always with the second fight, it always usually goes the distance. And these two went back and forth, but we all know the winner was, this fight was Rose. It was by split decision. And then, these two had their rematch. It's been almost, I think, 5 or 6 years since they fought. And people were really disappointed with this fight. I saw clips of it. I didn't even watch the whole fight. I saw clips of it. It was really sloppy, disappointing. And I was rooting for Thug Rose. I thought she was going to win this fight. But somehow, Carla is in her head since the first fight. And, we talk about how this on CS Combat Sports and also on the Lions Den WMMA channel, that Rose has mental issues. And Carla has always been in her head. And so Carla regains the title, being the second woman in history in WBA of strawweight division to become champion twice. So, not a lot of people was happy with it, especially Dana White. And, no more than a few months later, just a month or so later, Weili gets a rematch with Joanna Jędrzejczyk, and she knocks her to smooth the hell out. Put Bojangles on her face. We loved it because you know what? She sat out for 2 years. There's other fighters who will really want to come back. She sat on her tail for 2 years, not fighting, not being active, being inactive. That tells you if you're not active, this is gonna happen. So now she's announced her retirement, and now Joanna's out of the game. And now this fight is coming up, tonight. And the big question is, who's going to win? A lot of people are saying that Carla's wrestling is going to probably be the thing that really helps her out. And like I said, Carla's in good shape. She's 35 years old. And still in good shape. She just recently got married. I tell you again, the perfect stage, And Weili Zhang, the perfect stage also thinks she's, yeah. But Weili, this is the opportunity for her to be the third woman in history to regain the title. In the division, the strawweight division it's still, to me, it's a killer's gallery, it's a killer's row. And now we have Amanda Ribos on the corner. As you know, she just recently won her fight against Maria Rodriguez, who was one time a possible strawweight contender, and she knocked the girl out. I mean, Maria Rodriguez can say what she want to say. I saw clips of this fight. You got knocked the hell out. You were done, and and it's just a good bounce back for Amanda after the loss to Jessica Andrade. So she has to wait to see who's going to be the winner between these two as a possible title fight, because I think she's going to get the title shot. There's no really only a choice. I mean, you can't sit to wait. I know Weili want to keep active in 2022, so or you have it actually 2023. We should probably see it by the summer, if not by the spring. And Carla, the question is Carla wrestling is going to, be effective against Wali's stand up. Weili is the better stand up artist. Her kick game, she's a Muay Thai fighter specialist. I mean, what we're gonna get out of this fight? We're gonna get a slobber knocker, or we're gonna get long draw blowing fight. But anyway, like I said, these two women are on a collision course. And as a fan of mixed martial arts and women in sport, it's a great fight to watch. I'm not going to watch it. I'm going to see if I can find somebody who's going to... Well, I usually do it like this. All you got to do is jump on YouTube. Hey, somebody's going to drop it, bootleg it. Get it before UFC find out about it, because, they're very strong about the copyright thing. But this fight is coming up tonight, and it's in New York City. It's just part of the co-main event of is Israel Alexander versus this guy. I don't really care about Izzy. I think he's trash after the whole Joe Rogan thing, saying Joe Rogan's my N-word. No, I have no respect for you. No, I don't. So I hope he doesn't lose this fight. But like I said, these two ladies are on a collision course for history. Being both, as I said, Carla being the second woman to be two-time strawweight champion, and Weili possibly being the third one. And will we have a trilogy? I don't know. We just talk about if Weili wins this fight, it's a possible Rose and Weili trilogy. I wouldn't see no point for that, because when you lose straight like that, back to back, but Dan White's gonna break the rules just because Weili's name is popular, and he still likes Rose. And with Carla, if she loses, she has to go back down. She probably has to fight somebody like if not probably Mackenzie Dern. I think she's gonna probably fight Mackenzie Dern, because Mackenzie's been on a little bit of a drop off for a while. Like the last fight where she main evented, she lost. And also, there's a couple of others who probably have the opportunity. But like I said, the start division is deep. It's always been deep since it started. It's like I said, for a good while, it's been a murderous gallery. It took the place of the bantamweight division as the jewel of the crown of women's MMA and UFC. But these two women are, like I said, are going to be... Oh, I hope they put on a good show, honestly. I'll probably check out my man. I think my man, the coach, might do a live stream about it, or also Common Breaker 99, talk about it. Yeah, I might check in and listen to it. But anyway, I want to wish them both the luck. Like I said, I feel like a part of me saying that I think Zhang's going to come out as a winner. I think if it's not by submission, probably by TKO, referee stoppage, or is it just not going to smooth the hell out. And Carla, like I said, she has a short time. She got married. I think after she loses this fight, if she does lose this fight, she's gonna start, go ahead and try and start her family. Because if she gets pregnant and still have the title, then White's gonna, he probably can't strip her. That's the hard thing about it. That's a natural progress of a woman, but she does have a small window being at 35. So anyway, shout out to both these ladies. Shout out to the WMA world, and let's have a good fight tonight. Anyway, this is man always George Page, aka the Emperor of WMA Talk. Like, don't subscribe. I'm out.